Welcome again to Military Guna TV. I want to say thank you very much for joining me, and I really appreciate the fact that you're here with me today. Today we'll be dissecting and analyzing William Saliba's debut against Stadio Brest. This is the good, the bad, and the ugly. And many people are saying that he had a good game, and I think that they weren't looking into the game in a deeper perspective. The thing is that he was the best out of a bad bunch, because the team defensively they were in a shambles. The lines between the spacing between the midfield and the defenders were so large. The spacing between the attacking lineup and the midfield was so large. Good. So let me get into a bit of statistics. So on the pitch, he made 2 interceptions. He committed 1 foul, a total of 85 passes, and he had the second joint highest touches on the pitch with 92 touches of all, and he made, as I said before, he completed 78 out of the 85 passes, completing the game with a 92% percentage pass accuracy. 6 out of 7 accurate long balls, which means he was definitely the best, as I said, out of a bad bunch. 5 out of 5 successful dribbles, where you'll definitely see how he break the line quite a few times just to ease a bit of pressure off the defense. He won 4 out of his 5 duels, both aerially on the ground, and he won 3 tackles, 3 clearance, the most out of every player on the pitch. Now, that is his personal stats, in which highlighted how well he played. Now let's get into the other parts of the game where many people did not see. First thing first, how they conceded the first goal. They start off in a back 3, back 4, back 5 without the ball, back 3 with the ball, and he was actually the center of that back 3. Basically, he was the person commanding the entire defense line. So as I said, he was at the center of the defense, at the back 3. So he was the person who was doing the marshalling. So for a 19-year-old to go against big men, and he's the one who is marshalling the team in itself, that is a massive plus. Now, they start off the game fairly well, and as early as possible by the 12th minute, William Saliba got a yellow card, and it was quite immature of him, where we saw him. The midfielder lost the ball and he was trying to recover the ball as fast as possible. He's the type of player like Gabriel, where they see fit to get to their man as fast as possible to do not allow them to get anything done or try anything. William Saliba got a yellow card as early as the 12th minute of the game. It was the first piece of action for him, where he basically overcommitted into a tackle, and he caught his man and he received a yellow. Now, moving on to that, where you see now is William Saliba positioning himself unaware of the man to his right, the runners to his right. He might be saying that to himself that he's already in an offside position, but he definitely wasn't aware. He was called ball watching. As you can see, all three defenders were looking at the ball and not at the players in the running. As you can see on the far left, and that is their left back's position. And the attacker on the right wing is free, is open, he can do anything that he wants, because all the defenders are ball watching at this point in time. Now, if these were a better quality players, definitely he could have slipped that ball straight through the center for the number 9 on the right hand side, where we could have created a much more difficult task. Now, William Saliba here, still ball watching, as so other 2 defenders, and I think he should have done better right here, and he could have went ahead and closed down the shot, and this actually came off as a perfectly good shot, and he could have scored. And I thought he could have done better by engaging the player a bit closer and even try to deflect that shot from going on to goal. We see where there was a turnover at the edge of their 18-yard box, and again William Saliba ball watching, looking at the player with the ball, still unaware of the other players that are around him, and you can see where the attacker the number 15 shirt could easily slip behind him in between that gap and go into the attacking third, but that didn't happen. But he could have done a lot better there again. Now, this is a point in which I realized that William Saliba, he consistently ball watch without being aware of the defenders around him. Now you see right behind him that that attacker is Munier, and he was the one who scored the first goal. And William Saliba was ball watching and unaware of the attacker that was trying to get in behind him. Now at this point in time, he should be taking a glimpse, knowing his surrounding and who's around him. And what he should have done here is getting closer to Munier to stop what he's going to do, because his defender, his partner is already covering the man with the ball, so he should have tried his best to cover the persons who are making the run. And this is where, and that is the same player that went ahead and scored the goal. And I think that should have been William Saliba's man, and he should have been really closer to him rather than just leaving him to move around so freely. And I do believe that this is something that William Saliba has to learn and control his temperament in regards to the his ball watching ability. He's too keen on the ball and he's not paying attention to the movement that is happening around him. One of the highlights we'll see here is where highlight for William Saliba, we'll see where his team was under pressure, was under lots of pressure, and he intercepted the ball, and rather than just booting the ball into the sand, he picked it up and made a beautiful drive turn in about three different players around him and evade them, and then break the lines and played a beautiful pass to one of his teammates. And that was a massive highlight to show that he's well confident and he has the technical ability to do what he's actually doing. As you can see on the second on Brest's second goal, we saw where they made a turnover and their midfielder was playing a back pass onto the keeper, but William Saliba was really unaware of the incoming runners, and at this point in time I thought he should be the one who is guiding the ball to the keeper rather than waiting until the keeper to come and collect the ball. Now, where I didn't like what he did was that he saw the runner and he did not try to go and cover the goal. He actually lackadaisically allowed the runner to get past him, and he didn't even try to go and cover in the goal itself. Hence the fact that the keeper was already one-on-one with the player. He should have tried his best to go and cover the keeper, as in trying to get in behind goal. I think this is something that he has to learn from, and you can see where you have these great defenders, these Sergio Ramos, these Van Dijk. Immediately these guys would have tried to cover, to get behind the keeper and try to stop the ball from going inside the goal, because the keeper came out, made himself bigger, and made it a more difficult shot to make. So he should have tried his best to get inside the goal, even if he did not get there, but the intent was actually to be in the goal to cover for the keeper. As you can see, it was a relatively easy goal, rolled inside the back of the net, and if he had made the run earlier, who's to tell that he wouldn't have made it. So as you can see from the set piece here, you find out that there's two defenders marking William Saliba, two defenders of similar height to him, because they know of his abilities, aerial ability, and he's very good in the air as well. So they went ahead to cover him to minimize the impact that he would have made in the attacking third. My perspective, he had an individually average game, and I see areas where he could have done better in my perspective, but on paper, statistically, things seems beautiful. That goes to show that not all games are won by statistics, because these common things that I've just highlighted to you will not be shown on statistics. But if you should check, he made 85 passes with 92 touch, second most, and that would bolster his stats, making him look better than what actually happened on the pitch, because those two errors that I saw relatively was on his basis. So thank you very much. You might not agree with what I say here, but thank you very much for tuning in. This is Military Guna TV. This has been the Saliba Watch, Saliba Debut. Thank you for tuning in. Military Guna TV. Please drop a like, subscribe, and share. I am out.